Good afternoon, my dear students. Once again, welcome back to another episode of Geography of 8th Standard. And in previous classes, we were discussing about atmosphere. Okay, and we know that we can classify, we can divide the atmosphere into 5 layers, such as troposphere. The surface layer is known as troposphere. Its height is a minimum 8 to 18 kilometers, and later we studied that stratosphere, another layer just above troposphere, and the middle layer is known as mesosphere and next layer is known as thermosphere or ionosphere, and this layer is, or this sphere is electrically charged, and this layer or this sphere makes wireless communication possible. Okay, and the last one is exosphere. Okay, and coming to atmosphere, we want to study in detail about weather and climate. Okay, weather means the atmospheric condition of a region, of a small region for a short term period is known as weather. Once again, listen here. Weather means atmospheric conditions of a small area of a place for a short term period is known as weather. Whereas climate is the atmospheric condition of a large place for a long term period, maybe up to 3 or 4 months. Okay, that is the difference between weather and climate. Okay, weather will change within a day. Sometimes it may be cloudy, sunny, okay, windy or rainy, like that. It can change weather. Whereas climate will not change in a day. Climate will change, it will take lot of time, maybe 20 days, 1 month, like that. Okay, so we can say weather and climate are just like a baby and an adult man. Okay, so too much differences are there. Weather is for a short term period, and it is also estimated for a specific area, whereas climate is very large in area as well as duration also. It is very large. That is the difference between weather and climate. Okay, and when we are discussing about the temperature, our earth is round in shape. We know that it is known as spherical shape or oblate spheroid. Okay, and the middle part of the globe is known as equator, and equator receives the highest amount of sun rays from the sun. Okay, as a result, this area is very hot in the daytime. Okay, and we can see many equatorial forests in this region, because the humidity is very high, and unexpected evening rainfall is a very common phenomena in the equatorial region. Okay, Amazon river is also passing through this region. Okay, Amazon rainforest is also located in the equatorial region. Okay, so the equatorial region is known as torrid zone. Torrid mean extremely hot. Okay, and its degree is in between 0 degree north and south up to 23.5 north and south. That is the location of torrid zone according to the latitude. And in between 23.5 degree north to 66.5 degree north, we can see another category of region. It is known as temperate region. It is neither hot nor so cold. It has medium or optimum type of temperature. Same thing we can see in the southern hemisphere, in between 23.5 degree south to 66.5 degrees south. We call it as south temperature zone, north temperature zone, and south temperature zone. These are the most comfortable regions in the earth, because it doesn't have any extreme climate. Okay, moderate temperature it is keeping, because it is somewhat far away from the distance from the sun is very far compared to equatorial region. Okay, and the third region we can say, that is north frigid zone and south frigid zones, in between 66.5 degree to 90 degree, both north and south. These regions are very cold. Okay, and Antarctica and Arctic regions are covered in these regions, and many European countries, northern part of Europe is also covered by snow, because it is very far away from the sun. And another important interesting thing is that this northern region and south region, Norway is known as the land of midnight sun. Okay, 6 months there will be daytime in Norway in the Europe, and remaining 6 months it will be completely night. Okay, so this is because of the slanting position of the earth and the polar region. Okay, this is the main reason. Okay, and when we come to the atmosphere has many dimensions. Okay, the factors of climate are the following. Mainly 8 factors are there. Let us see one by one. Okay, and the factors of climates are, one is latitude. So just now we studied about the equatorial, the torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zones. Okay, and the latitudes are used to understand the temperature of a region, and longitude help us to find out the times. Okay, that is a benefit of latitude and longitudes. Okay, so here latitude also tells us the climate of a region. Okay, equatorial temperature is entirely different from temperate, and it is also entirely different from frigid zones. Okay, and the altitude, the height. Okay, when we go upside, the temperature will decrease. Okay, when we go 1 kilometer, around 6 degrees Celsius is decreasing. Okay, that is why when we go to the peak places like Mount Everest or any other places, we can experience that the temperature is very less, and we will feel very cold there. Okay, the reason is this highest altitude means height. This highest place, the peak point is very far away from the surface of the sun, as well as the mean sea level of the earth. Okay, and the third one is wind. Wind can also control the temperature of a region. Okay, and distance from the sea. Suppose we can take the place Mumbai. Mumbai, it is very close to Arabian Sea, and because of the presence of Arabian Sea, the sea breeze is very common in Mumbai. In daytime, a kind of wind will blow from sea to land, that is known as sea breeze. At the same time, in night, from land to sea, a kind of wind will be blowing from land to sea, that is known as land breeze. Okay, so it maintains, this land breeze and sea breeze maintain the temperature of the coastal regions. Okay, that is about sea breeze and land breeze. Okay, then fifth one is temperature. Okay, in India, Rajasthan has recorded the highest temperature in India. It is around 55 degrees Celsius. Okay, and we are calculating or assessing the temperature by using an equipment called thermometer. Okay, and this thermometer we are reading the temperature by using centigrade or Fahrenheit. Two types of procedures are there to read the temperature. Okay, that is centigrade or degree Celsius. We call centigrade or degree Celsius, and another type is known as Fahrenheit. Even our body temperature is also measuring by thermometer. Okay, and inside it we can see mercury. Okay, mercury can absorb heat very fast. Okay, and the sixth point is rainfall. Okay, when talking about rainfall, rain can also regulate the temperature of a place, the climate of a region. Okay, and in India and in the world itself, one place in Meghalaya, its name is Mawsynram, is the highest rainfall receiving region in the world. And before Mawsynram, it was Cherrapunji, one place called Cherrapunji, that was also in Meghalaya. Okay, and Meghalaya, it is located in the northeast part of India, especially northeastern part of India. Okay, especially in the eastern part nearby Assam. Okay, and the seventh one is humidity. Humidity means the presence of moisture in the air, because this humidity we can see in the torrid zone because of our land is getting heated, and because of this heat, what will happen? The water in the land region will be absorbed into the atmosphere in the form of vapor, and in the atmosphere we can see lot of presence of moisture. Okay, the presence of moisture in the atmosphere is known as humidity, and because of this humidity we are getting rainfall, especially in torrid zone. Evening 4 o'clock rainfall is very common phenomena because of this humidity, and as a result in equatorial region, even though it is equatorial region, we can see many forest regions including Amazon rainforest. Okay, so that is about humidity. And the eighth one is atmospheric pressure. Okay, in the surface of the earth, downside in the surface of the earth, the pressure is very high. When we go upside, the pressure will be very less, because air has weight, and this weight exert pressure over the land. Okay, over the topest on the lowest surface of the earth. Okay, so these are the things we are studied. We focused on these things. And the scientific study of weather, is known as meteorology. Okay, meteorology. Scientific study of weather is known as meteorology. Okay, so I hope you understood this part, and please read the chapter. And different types of clouds are mentioned in the class, different types of pressure belts. Okay, so just read the chapter and try to understand more points, and we will be meeting on the next episode. Till then, take care, have a nice day. Thank you.